the lights down low. Let's get a little hot in here. Same spot as last year. Yeah, last year. That's why we never caught up. So lost in the thought of wishing I could be on top, making love pop, lock, chop. Baby, you ain't even gotta go. Just chill with me and lay low. Listen to the beat, nice and slow. Yeah, to this beat, nice and slow. Give it to me, nice and slow. To this beat, nice and slow. While the lights down low, yeah. We should turn the lights down low. Give it to me nice and slow, baby. Never ever let me go. Give it to me nice and slow, yeah. We should turn the lights down low. Give it to me nice and slow, baby. Never.
Everybody, Tyler Mangle here with very talented Anna Orsborn for a new episode of Belligerent Reality. Just kind of gonna chat with her, ask her some questions about what's going on with her life, how she's made it so far at so young, and I mean, we're just gonna kind of chat. Hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go.
Let's go.
So, as far as, I mean, you grew up here in Colorado. What kind of got you going on the path that you're in? Because I mean, you do a lot, as I kind of got to see tonight with this cool place. I mean, you're entrepreneurial, you're very talented with your artisticness, I mean, singing, songwriting, videos, stuff like that. So what kind of got you spinning on that?
Yeah, I lived by myself for a big portion of high school because I decided to kind of run away from home and do things on my own and just kind of find out who I was and expand on my inner being. And I really came to the point that I was good at communicating, bringing people together. I'm good at having fun, you know? Like I just like being a positive vibration for people to feel, and I like making people feel good. And one way I do that is through my music. So singing and writing the way I feel and being very vulnerable and honest and expressive through my art makes people feel like they can relate to me and also feel like they can expand and release what they might not normally release because they feel like people are judging them. But I kind of just do what I want all the time, so people feel like comfortable and confident around me, which is awesome. And I've found that inspiration from people who I felt comfortable and confident around and who made me thrive within my craft. And then, you know, I just push that out to everybody else. So it's a spiral and a circle of just creative beings, and we're all just like pushing each other so hard. It's awesome.
That's funny that you actually talk about that, because I posted on Instagram today talking about stopping caring what people think and how big of an impact it makes on you. Mm-hmm. So I mean, for me, that I've seen, once I stopped giving a fuck about people's opinion about what I'm wearing, what I'm doing, how I'm acting, different things like that, it changed, I mean, my whole dynamic of my life, just because, I mean, it frees you to do you, and you're not worried about it. So I mean, is that something that you've kind of experienced as you've kind of come up?
Yeah, definitely, especially within my career, because it's so, like, everyone's like, you have to be in a genre, you have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way and sing about a certain thing, and that's just not what I'm about. So I'm kind of all these mixtures of my, you know, of me, my whole life experience as a whole. The farm life, like the farm girl is still in me, but like I'm a fashionista, so I wear heels every day, and like, you know, I like fashion, so you normally wouldn't have those two go together, but it's just me, and I've found that being my most authentic self is what feels the best, and people respond the best when I am my most authentic self. So I just choose to be me and release what I'm feeling in the current moment all the time.
I think that's really why a lot of people who win at life or in their career or their business, whatever, win, is because they're themselves authentically, not hiding behind who they think they should be. They're actually them, and people, like you said, respond to that way better.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It is crazy.
It's
so I mean, with you being so young, having so many friends that probably are still going to school or still living with their parents or doing that kind of stuff, do you get a lot of shit for kind of, you know, putting all that party life and that, you know, staying at home? And I mean, you're really focused on what you want, where you're going. Do you get a lot of shit from your friends for not being in the norm, I guess?
What's funny is that I'm actually the opposite of that. Like, I will be like, actually, I'm not going to go to this event. I'm going to stay in and stretch and meditate. And my friends are like, that's awesome, you're following the path of non-resistance, like keep doing you. So honestly, no, like if I wouldn't allow someone like that to be in my life because they don't value me and my purpose. And I value my friends' purposes. I value their time as well. And whatever they choose to do with it, because they're going to learn from that. So whether it's taking time for themselves or if it's going out and expanding their, energy and feeling others, whether it's a party or a networking event, like it's whatever. But I really don't hang out with people who just use their time instead of they let the time use them instead of using their time to their advantage. So no, I don't get any shit. I only get praise and love, and it's amazing. I'm so grateful for it. Everyone who would be like that, they're non-existent in my life.
Cut them out.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest things that I've kind of noticed too, is when you're making moves and you're actually doing stuff with your life, that you start to just kind of cut people out, and you don't notice it right away, but you realize like after a year or two that you're like, I've cut a lot of people out of my life, because the people that you spend the most time with is, it's said all the time, you're the average of the 4 people or 5 people that you hang out with the most. So I think that speaks volumes, that you only keep your circle tight with people who are bringing you up, helping you build, helping you grow, helping you make money, encouraging you. So that's awesome. Is it something that you focused on, or is it kind of just happened as your career kind of went along?
I met my best friend in high school, and her and I knew we were always special because no one would talk to us. We were just kind of our own little group, and it was just her and I, and we were able to really thrive on what we had going individually and then together. And then she moved high schools during junior year of high school, and she met Haley, and us 3 together, we call ourselves the trifecta, and we just kind of pushed each other to do what we wanted to do, which was jewelry and fashion, and then my music as well. So once we met each other, we were just like, we can attract everyone we need in our life. So we kind of put it out there and just thought about who we would want in our life, and it was like people like ourselves, people like Amber, people like Haley, and then this whole team just blew up to about 60 plus creatives, down to work, down to elevate their careers together for a purpose of spreading good vibrations and changing the world and changing how we view life. It's not the regular 9 to 5. Like, I don't surround myself with anyone who does that, and when I do, I don't know what to do around them. Like, I don't know
what to talk about.
Because I'm like, my life's so not like yours, but cool, I feel it, but I don't.
It's funny, like, if you're happy living that life and that's what you're about, then that's awesome. You're winning. But it's funny to be around like people who are very one-track minded, that 9 to 5 is the only way to make it, and that's what I'm going to do till I die. And you're like, I don't know what to talk to you about, because I don't even know where that mindset's from. So it's pretty crazy to be around people like that, and it's a little scary, I guess.
I know.
I don't like it just because.
I almost feel bad sometimes because I'm like, my life is so great, and you can't wait till Friday. I'm like, what is Friday? I don't even realize that Friday is a different.
Well, there's just so much more to life, and I think it's a lot how people are raised and brought up. But when you go out on your own and you're actually building things and seeing new people, meeting new people, seeing all this different stuff, it's like there is so much more to life than working a job and trying to make money. And I don't think enough people experience that, and I think that's kind of what sets people in that mindset that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, and I'm stuck. You kind of being so young, and you're doing a lot. What keeps you kind of focused? What is your motivation behind you being so laser focused as a 20-year-old?
I don't really think about those aspects. Like when you say I'm so young, like that doesn't resonate with me. I don't know what so young feels like. I just feel like I'm me, yet again. So it's like, for me, it's the opportunity that presents itself to me every day. I'm just like, dang, this is a great opportunity. I can't not do this. And I'm going to make my whole schedule work so I can do all of these opportunities that have come my way, and myself, flourish through my artwork, through through myself and my own opportunity that God gave me,
Yeah.
you know, and my gift, my talent that I'm able to pursue and release and make that a job, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's just not even like, it's become such a practice that it's not even, I don't even think about it. I don't think twice about wanting to be up and working at, you know, at least by 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, and
it's funny that a lot of people that you talk to that are successful or are constantly motivated, you kind of ask them that same question. It's one of my favorite questions just because I like to hear the different responses, but it ends up being the same response. It's always gratitude. I mean, you're so grateful for what you've been given, the position you're in, the life that you're living, that's what motivates you. And it's funny because, like I said, I asked that same question and it's always the same answer. I'm hoping for something different, but it's always, I'm just grateful.
I really am grateful. I mean, I've been, just given so much, and so many doors have been open, and I've walked through them and like slammed that and case closed on all of them. Like, they're like, that's mine. Like, so it's cool. It's awesome. I'm excited.
So one of the last questions I kind of wanted to ask you was, a lot of people get in the position in their life where they have this idea or they have this dream or fantasy of, I want to be a songwriter, I want to sing, I want to make this clothing line, I want to be whatever it is, and it's all just dreams and wishes. What has kind of gave you the push to actually execute on making shit happen? Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people wish they were in your position doing things. Do you know what's kind of made you execute? Because I mean, it's probably one of the biggest things that holds everybody back is not executing on their idea. I mean, the greatest ideas have not been executed on because they didn't know what to do. So what kind of has been your push?
Like I said, I think just the momentum that I built, and like how I started my process was being like, I'm gonna go to every concert and just attract people who do music. Because I don't know what to do, but I just know that I want to do music and I need to meet people who know what to do because I have no idea where to start. So I just went to concerts and attracted a ton of the right people, and throughout the last 2 years this has been, I've met this person because of this and this and this, and it's just grown. And then the more I find out about events, I go out, and my purpose isn't to party. My purpose is to meet someone I'm supposed to meet.
Yeah.
And then I always meet someone I'm supposed to meet, and then just that momentum, it's like, oh my gosh, look at this response. And then like when I was 19, I threw 2 hip-hop fashion shows. So we had 6 artists, 4 fashion brands, and I headlined like my first show, and it was tight. And just watching the response of my vision become reality was insane. Just in those little tangible forms of 8 hours.
Yeah.
But still, it was so crazy just seeing what I could do. So every time I do an event or a big successful thing, I'm just like, well, look what I can do next. Look what I can do next. Like, top it. And I've actually been going super hard to where like I'm about to go to California and kind of vacay but kind of still work. I like just can't stop working, but my friends were like, dude, you need to take a break. So I've kind of just been stretching and working out and meditating the last like week, and this will be another week of it. And
Has it helped you a lot?
It has a lot. My friends even were so connected, they've had dreams about me, and 3 people had dreams, which is like a synchronized number, 333, and then they all are like my most spiritually inclined friends, and it was basically, the message was to take time for myself and really, just love myself and take time for my body and my mental and emotional state. So it was
kind of unwind a little bit.
Yeah, it was
but I mean, the great thing is when you're vacationing, you can still network. And that's probably, it sounds like one of your biggest things is networking with people. So you're on vacation and not worrying about work, but at the same time you're gonna meet new people.
Always getting stuff done,
That's awesome.
it's super awesome. Just existing is making moves at this point. So
where do you kind of want to see yourself in the next couple of years?
I'll be on a world tour, and I'll have my first album released. I have another project, an EP that's like 6 or 7 songs coming out this April 24th on my birthday, actually.
April 24th.
So it'll be my 21st birthday party and my EP release. It's called Mood on the Moon. So it's gonna be cool. So that'll be like the year anniversary of my last EP. And then my first album will probably come out beginning of next year. And then, yeah, I mean, world tours. I have a 7-step vision, so I'm gonna be owning like a huge resort within the next 10 years at least. So, but yeah, just a lot of music, a lot of traveling, a lot of shows, and a lot of, bringing people together.
Awesome. So, last question. You being so successful, getting shit done always, is there anything that holds you back? Is there anything that kind of scares you, or a fear that you have, or something in the back of your mind that kind of always creeps in? Just because a lot of people, I want it to resonate with a lot of people that maybe this is something that they're afraid of, or that goes on in their life. And if you do have something, how do you kind of tell it to get the hell out of here so you can keep moving forward?
I think for me, it's personal relationships, whether it comes to family or people that I love or someone that I'm like in a relationship with. I think it's a whole process, learning how to let them know that this is what I'm doing and to not accept any negative response if they're not supporting me or they're telling me to do something different. I just don't agree with that. I feel like I need to do what I need to do to be successful, and like I said, with cutting people out of my life, it's keeping the people in my life that are gonna bring me up.
And that's scary too, though. Yeah. Like having to cut out family members, even. But yeah. If that's the disease that's in your life, then it's sad, but you got to cut them out. You got to know what your vision is and where you're going and what you're trying to do. And so
and it's always love, and that's the main platform for everything I am about, is unconditional love. But that doesn't mean that I need to spend my time with you. That means I can still love you from a distance and do what I need to do to be successful for myself and to also help my people thrive and prosper in what they're doing.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I think that's it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Yeah, well, thanks for having me. This place is awesome. What's it called?
Tetra Lounge.
Tetra Lounge. They're just going to start doing memberships.
Next Thursday, we're having our first live music night.
Tell them what it's about a little bit.
It's going to be an open creative space, smoking lounge, a place where you can come, dance, do yoga, meditate, paint. We're going to have fashion shows, special events. It's going to be super awesome, live music.
And is there a website for it?
Yeah, it's tetralounge.com. Social media is Tetra Lounge as well. That's TETRA Lounge. So you can find us on all social media and our website, and sign up on our website to get full access to the space throughout the whole week.
I'll make sure I put all those links into the comments and everything so you guys can see those. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
it was
thank you
fun.
so much.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again in a couple months, kind of see
know.
where you're at, what you're doing, what you're up to.
Let's do it.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sweet. That's a wrap.
On top, making love, pop, lock, drop. Baby, you ain't even gotta go. Just chill with me and lay low. Listen to the beat, nice and slow, yeah. We should turn the lights down